Welcome back to Crypto Gains for another video. Gains, always my S. In this video, I'm going to do you a technical analysis video on Bitcoin. I'm going to show you something so interesting that I've come across that I want to share with you. Quick question. Who owns the most Bitcoin? Apart from Satoshi Nakamoto, who no one knows who that is, who is the next person in line that owns the most Bitcoin? Well, if you've been following crypto for a while, you'd probably know the answer to this. It's a company called Grayscale. Grayscale owns the most Bitcoin as far as where we're at, apart from Satoshi Nakamoto. Grayscale has roughly 633,081 Bitcoin. So, is that 81k? 81, yeah. And that's a lot of Bitcoin, roughly $10.64 billion in Bitcoin. Why am I showing you this? Because in order to understand how market manipulation or movements can go, I'm not saying Grayscale is manipulating, I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying, like, where there's a large sum of money, if sell-offs were to happen or buy power was to happen, it would most likely be affected from the place that's storing the most Bitcoin. And Grayscale seems to be that place right now that holds a huge amount of Bitcoin. So I decided to go onto the charts on TradingView and check out the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Now you're going to see something super interesting. Right now, probably a bit blur in your head. You're thinking, well, what's he trying to do? Look, if it sounded interesting, drop that like. I didn't even say that. And I need to show you this. Now look at this. This is the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust chart for Bitcoin, right? And it looks very different to the charts that we have over here, and this is both on the weekly time frame. Okay, you can see up here Bitcoin. This is the standard Bitcoin index fund. You can see here in the weekly time frame. This is the price of Bitcoin right now, about $16,700. Their trust is a little bit different. The Grayscale Trust is a bit different to where we see on the other one. What do I mean? Well, look at the position of where we are, right? And you can see here, it's trading at this price here. Now, I think when it comes to Grayscale, they only deal with big companies and big money to, buy large orders and sums off this, because it's almost like, I think they were trying to become an ETF. It's a bit complicated for some people. You can look into it more, but let's just focus on the charts, because they're not far off different to the charts that we look over here. But have a look at where the price action is in relation to the entire chart. This was 2017-2018's bull cycle. This is where we topped out before. And look, Bitcoin's just underneath the top of the bull cycle from 2017-2018's top. We call it 2018. Yeah, about 2017-2018. And this is where we're hovering right now with the Bitcoin price. But when you take a look at the Bitcoin Trust on Grayscale, who hold the majority of Bitcoin right now, look, the 2018's top is up here. You see what I'm saying? It looks entirely different. Look at how low it is compared to where we've been looking. And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm trying to show you a different mindset to what's really going on, where the big money is, and where a lot of Bitcoin is probably being bought and sold. And it's right here. And you can see right now it's at an extreme discounted price, which makes me think, will we one day, and I'm not sure, don't quote me on this, will we one day see a huge buy price, like a quick spark, a quick rally in Bitcoin's price when people realize how cheap it is on the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust? Will big money come in and suck it up and grab it up? It's right down here at where the lows were. If I was to draw a line here on the other chart, I can guarantee you it'd be a lot lower than the Bitcoin price of where it is right now. We're talking right here, right down here, $6,000 a piece. Or does it mean that Bitcoin's going to fall to $6,000? I don't know. I'm just saying that the Grayscale Trust is very different to this one right here, because this is where the Grayscale is, right down here. So that's the first thing that I wanted to show you. Secondly, have a good look at let me just get rid of these lines right now. Have a good look at where this topped out. Because when you look at the original charts that we look at, everybody thinks and thought this was the top of the market. The second drop, came up, came down, came up again. This was the all-time high. I was saying for a long time that actually this was... Sorry, my cough. I was saying the last one was the all-time high. This one here. And I really believe that this area was the all-time high. And when you look back at the Grayscale trust, you can see here that the first massive rally up was a lot higher than the last one. Then the second one came down, came up. We still call it a double top. Now, hopefully this is just giving you an insight as to how things look different in relation to charts, big money that's dealing with Bitcoin, by the way. Maybe it just give you a little insight as to how to look at things differently, because I'm certainly looking at things differently now, looking at this chart. It definitely looks different. So, I thought I'd share that with you. This is a logarithmic growth scale. What happens if I go like this? It just shows it differently. Yeah, so, it was the other one on a log scale. I want to make sure I'm showing you both equally. Yeah, that was on log scale as well. So, yeah, that was just a bit of interest that I wanted to show you. I've been also looking at, let me grab it up, the altcoins in particular, just altcoins. And I grabbed up the total market cap of all the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin. So all this price action that you see here, all of this stuff, let me just use this for a minute. All of this is the market caps of the altcoins and where price action has been going for all the altcoins. This is with Ethereum as well. So the only price action that's not involved in this is Bitcoin. It says here, excluding Bitcoin in this. So this is why I wanted to show you this. And it's really interesting because if you flip it to the weekly time frame, like this. Is it the weekly, monthly? Actually, I'll start off with the monthly first because I want to show you a few things that I see which is really interesting right now with the altcoins. Because even though Bitcoin's fallen, and I've always said this, we have to treat Bitcoin and the altcoins as two different cycles. And I still stand by that because it's very likely that if Bitcoin falls down even more, fine, but the altcoins could do something different. Like seriously could do something different. First of all, I've got up here the bottom, which is the stochastic RSI. This talks about momentum, buy momentum, sell momentum. Is it up? Is it down? And notice that every time it's been high up, it's always been up. We've been seeing price action go up. And whenever it's price action has fallen down, we've seen the stochastic RSI be down here. Look at where the bottom was. So when we're right down here, extremely exhausted, oversold. Look at this. Look, or sell pressure, sell momentum down. We've been in the bottom of the bear market. You see it here? And here's another example. Look, where we are right now. Could this signal that we're coming up to, is this what we're seeing, the bottoms of the market? Could be. And when you match this up with the normal RSI, you can see here, I could probably draw a baseline like this. Let me just highlight this, make it white and a bit thicker. I could probably draw a baseline like this. And you can see where we've been holding support from each cycle. So when we had the massive rally up, you can see the RSI was oversold. Like seriously, these are the altcoins, remember. Look at this, how high the RSI went. Went right up here to like 97. And then we saw the sell-off back in 2018. Look at where the bottom of the market was in 2018, right? Make it bigger, look at this. This was the bottom of the cycle. Look at where the RSI bottomed, right down here on this line. It matches up to it perfectly. And then you can see the next cycle, bang, we came right up to 94. And that's where we were here. So had you been watching this chart in the past, you would have been looking at this RSI on the monthly time frame. See, and you would have said, actually, you know what? I better start taking some profits on my altcoins because I think it's about to top out. And then you can see here we came down and now we're coming to form, which could be the bottom. Okay? Many people think we're going lower, fine, but we could be seeing the forms of a bottom. Let me go back over here because is it this chart? Yes. So I want to change this over to total 2, which again is just all the market cap of the altcoins, excluding Bitcoin. So we're only seeing altcoin action here. Sorry, I banged my mic. Now, when we take a look at this, let me get rid of these yellows. We don't need this. I just want to specifically focus your attention on moving averages. The 200-week moving average, 20-week moving average. Let's use them for now. Hold on, what's the 50? I don't want to confuse you guys too much. Should we use this? For now, let's just have a look at this. With Bitcoin, and actually I'm going to grab up Bitcoin as well so you can see the differences to what I'm saying here. Let me use this one here. With Bitcoin, so can I grab up a moving average? Let me see if I can grab it. I've got it. Let me get rid of this volume. Grab up a moving average, 200-week moving average. They look different, and that's what I'm trying to get at. I want to show you the comparisons of these two things. Let me just grab the 200-week. So I edit this, and then you're going to understand my verdict on why maybe the altcoins may still have a chance to perform really well in the future. 200-week moving average. So right now, Bitcoin's price has been trading below this 200-week moving average, and it's going to have strong resistance every time it comes up to it to try and break above it. So if Bitcoin does see a rally in the short term, we can go up to $23,000 and then fall back down again. Maybe, I don't know, unless it breaks above it. Because before, look, it held it as support, bounced off it, bounced off it, bounced off it. Whenever it held it as support in the past, it was great, it was healthy, we were forming a base, and then we could fly off to a new bull cycle. But recently it's broke it, and you can see it here really clean that Bitcoin is trading below the 200-week. But when I come and have a look at the altcoins, all of the altcoins that are happening right now, including Ethereum, the market cap has been bouncing and holding support on the 200-week, which this is actually quite bullish. Now, you can see here a candle just recently appeared. Is it below it? Time's going to tell. Is it going to hold it as support? Is it going to reject it and fall down? Time's going to tell. But let me tell you something. If this holds it as support, I expect the altcoins to come up. I expect money to come into the altcoins. We see a green candle. If it comes and breaks this yellow line, just like what it did in the past, we could probably see some fireworks. Because every time it's broken in the past, fireworks came down, broke it. Obviously we had the COVID nonsense, but if we broke the yellow line, fireworks. And you see the fireworks, we just went absolutely parabolic. Does it hold true in the past even more? Let's go back further. Okay, so this doesn't extend further back, but I'm assuming it would. And then, well, you can see it here, look, actually, you can see the yellow line here, look at the yellow line, look. So when we were down here, it broke it, fireworks, it bounced off it, look, bounced off it. Just kept, just kept bouncing off it and making all highs. So let's see if we can see something similar in the future for the altcoins, because right now, yes, we're below the yellow line, which is the 20 moving average weekly, but we're still relatively hovering on this red line, which could be bullish. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't go red and go down. If it does, then I'll bring another video and we'll take it from there. But let's see if it can print a green candle, come above, and then the altcoins can just shine. Because that's one thing you got to remember, is that whilst Bitcoin's going down, the altcoins still have this chance to shine. And I always said to you guys, pay attention to the dominance up here. Look, on CoinGecko, you can see the Bitcoin dominance is 36.7%. So people are losing interest in Bitcoin, and maybe people are now looking to altcoins. Maybe altcoins, it's weird. Like, this crypto space has just been so totally different from the last few events, last cycles. And I've been here, trust me, I have. I feel like, and if you've been here as long as I have, YouTubers as well, you'll understand this. I feel like there's some serious change happening. I feel, and it's weird, I feel like Bitcoin was great, but I feel like Bitcoin's going to do well, but I feel like the altcoins are going to have the shine of the next market. I feel like people are going to start paying more attention to altcoins because they feel like they want to get in on the next innovation, the next big thing in crypto. Bitcoin will remain there, just like MySpace was around. MySpace was great. It was this new type of social thing that blew up. Everybody was using MySpace. Then Facebook came along. Then Instagram, then TikTok. And this is what I see with the altcoins, that you're going to see innovation. I apologize. Something in my throat. So even though we've got Bitcoin doing really well, and it has been doing really well, and it probably still can do really well, then maybe it will stay at the top. I don't know. But I think that we may start seeing innovation rise, and we might start seeing new coins being favored by the market, and that could show in the prices to come in the future, and who will be number one, who will be number two, and whatnot. So I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully just this video opened your eyes to something more in the crypto space. If you liked it, drop that like, give me a subscribe if you're new watching. I'll keep bringing you updates on the market. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.